It's crazy. I seen my foot like right here. Ain't blow the whistle, so just kept going.
How come you guys have had so much success offensively the last 2 weeks after some things were, it was kind of tough sledding there for a while offensively? Just what's changed the last 2 weeks?
I think we just had a buy-in with the coaching staff, was preaching to us and just being able to score in the goal line. Even though we didn't really have trouble moving the ball today, but in the goal line we still got to be better. So hopefully next week we can get it clicking again. Even though we played a good game, we still haven't played our best football yet.
Are these top 5 opponents, are these like statement games for you personally?
No, I just go out and play. I treat every opponent the same. I don't look at them too differently. Of course, you see the hype on social media and anything like that, but you got to take every team serious. No matter if we're playing number 1 team or unranked team, going into every game with the same mindset.
What made Aiden so special today?
I think just the preparation. He stays after practice each and every day. Every Monday, me and him watch film. I apologize to him earlier for dropping a pass and costing him a touchdown. So it's definitely you can see the work that he puts in and pays off. From last year, even though he had a tough injury last year, the ability for him to come back and gain the team's trust again, and we just love him.
Just you guys are sitting there with the ball inside the 1 yard line, and you need to get off the goal line. Just the play call, and then the execution to the back shoulder play, and just how that kind of all unfolded.
Yeah, I was shocked too when he called the play. I'm like, okay, I guess I got to make something happen. So, like I said, just the belief that he has an offensive line and us and other receivers and also Aiden to call a pass play back up on the 1 yard line, it's truly incredible. But the back shoulder stuff is just the preparation that me and Aiden do. Like I said, me and him stay after we work on situations like that.
Right, but is that somewhat a byproduct of what Jeff wanted this team to be from the very beginning? An aggressive team, a team that took their shots and didn't back away. And if you lost, if it didn't work, at least you took a shot.
Yeah, I think that is true. You can go back from last year and 2 years ago. We were that type of offense. We struggled a little bit at the beginning of the season, but we're finally getting it clicking. They say November is the time to remember we play good football. We just made a statement win today, and hopefully we can keep the momentum going into next week.
It wasn't just that play off the 1, but you guys are in a situation in the fourth quarter where you have every reason in the world to just run the ball, sit on it. You're still throwing the ball down the field. You just kind of speak to the attitude, I guess, you guys played with, but also your coaches tried to instill with the calls.
Yeah, I think that Michigan State is obviously a top rush defense, and we knew that was one of their strengths, and one of their weaknesses was the passing game. So, we threw a lot of short passes that was a substitute for the run. But when we had to run the ball, obviously King and Xander did their thing. Being able to get those tough yards when they needed to.
Just the job Garrett Miller did in the absence of Payne today, and the big plays that he made.
Yeah, it's good to see Garrett back out there. He had a injury bug, the last few weeks, but for him to be able to practice this week and be able to come and do what he did on the field is just amazing. He's a true warrior, and everyone loved him too.
What was it like being on the field with everyone after the game?
It's crazy. So I didn't have the opportunity to be here in 2018 when we beat Ohio State. So just being able to experience it firsthand and being in a moment with all the fans, they were with us with the tough losses, and just to be able to see all those smiles on the field is just truly an honor.
Just being part of that play, Jackson scored off in the first half, but that was fun.
It definitely was fun because the play before that, I dropped the pass, so I could have been down, not a good teammate, but the opportunity that Jackson had, the great vision that he had of cutting back, I'm like, nah, I gotta help my teammate out, and that was just throughout the whole week. Coach Shepard is on us throughout the whole week. If any receiver catch the ball, make sure you're blocking somebody. So I seen 2 guys. I tried to go for one of them, and I knew Jackson could beat him, so I knew that it was just one more person to beat.
You had a play, I want to say, in the first half, and then Milton had one in the fourth quarter where you caught the ball maybe like a yard short of the marker. You got hit, but then you kind of slipped through the contact and got the first down. I guess, can you just speak to sort of the attitude that the receivers seem to play with, too, in this game?
Yeah, we all think that we're underrated, so I think today we wanted to just show that we were physical and that we can make plays. Every Wednesday we do a make a mixture, and I think that that came into effect today in today's game, being able to make defenders miss and get the extra yards.
You take any joy in kind of spoiling things for other people, or is it just all about Purdue? Because
Oh,
they
yeah.
obviously needed this game to be in the playoff. They got a Heisman
definitely,
candidate and all that stuff.
Of course, a lot of people view us as the underdog, so we have the opportunity to be able to spoil people. It's definitely a good feeling, but it's also just for the university too. We knew that we were going to win this game. Just the mindset throughout practice, starting on Monday after the big win we had versus Nebraska, we knew that we can beat this team.
Hey, David, I want the big smile, just like Big Ten Media Day.
How many family members were at the game today?
Surprisingly, it was only 6.
Only 6.
Yeah, usually H-home game I have about 20, but the weather, some people don't want to come, sit in the cold, but they definitely missed out.
Yeah. Is that why you came to Purdue? I mean, the opportunity to not only play in games like this, but to do it in front of your grandmother and everybody else.
Yeah, this definitely was one of the main reasons, was just being able to play in front of my family, and I wanted to change the culture here at Purdue. Definitely had a bad rep, not being able to win the game we were supposed to win, and then losing the games that we weren't supposed to win. So I think we're kind of changing the narrative right now.
You guys played on both sides of the ball the last 2 weeks. Do you feel like everything's kind of coming together here?
It definitely is. November is the time to put everything together. And, everyone knows that the offense was struggling early in the season, but we're definitely picking it up and we're getting in our groove. And hopefully it can lead into next week. And the defense, they save us each and every game. Being able to hold a Heisman candidate, kind of in the box. He definitely, hats off to him. He's definitely a phenomenal player. But our defense stepped up to the challenge. I guess they got tired of the talk and the hype, but they definitely did their thing today.
Speaking of Heisman candidates, would you be surprised if your name is not mentioned as a possible Heisman candidate?
No, I don't truly think about stuff like that. I just try to win, and if my name is or isn't a Heisman candidate, then it is what it is. But I'm just trying to win the games here at Purdue University.
Hayden said that after the game you were doing an interview and you were talking about the passes you dropped.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's definitely something. Even though we won, it's definitely something that you can build off on. I'm not used to dropping passes, so when I drop them, I get in my own head and it kind of gets me out of my game. But luckily, I have my teammates, awesome teammates, and the defense to pick me up when I go through those type of drops.
Can you talk